Every zodiac sign has a secret fear. Not the fear they casually admit in conversations. Not the fear they joke about when life feels heavy. I'm talking about the fear they bury deep inside, the one they hide behind confidence, silence, humor, ambition, loyalty, or emotional distance. Some signs fear being abandoned. Some fear being misunderstood. Some fear losing control. And some are terrified that the people they love will finally see the part of them they try so hard to protect. But here is the truth: your zodiac sign does not only reveal your strengths. It also reveals the emotional wound you keep hidden from the world, and as we move through each sign, you may hear something that feels almost too personal. Something you never say out loud. Something that makes you pause and think, how did they know? So stay until the end, because the final signs reveal fears that are rarely spoken about, but deeply felt. Aries is known as bold, fearless, aggressive, and unstoppable. People look at Aries and assume they are never scared of anything. They take risks, speak directly, and walk into challenges like they were born for battle. But behind that fire, Aries carries a secret fear they rarely admit: the fear of being seen as weak. For Aries, weakness does not simply mean crying or needing help. It means losing control of their image. It means being vulnerable in front of people who expect them to be strong. It means admitting that sometimes, even the warrior gets tired. Aries often hides pain behind action. When they are hurt, they may act busy. When they feel rejected, they may act angry. When they are scared, they may act even more confident. But deep inside, Aries fears that if people see their softer side, they will lose respect for them. That is why Aries pushes forward even when their heart is breaking. They would rather fight one more battle than admit they need someone to hold them. But the secret truth is this: Aries does not fear pain. Aries fears needing someone and not being supported when they finally ask. Taurus appears calm, grounded, loyal, and emotionally steady. They love comfort, routine, trust, and security. But underneath that peaceful exterior, Taurus carries a silent fear, the fear that everything they built could suddenly fall apart. For Taurus, stability is not just about money or possessions. It is emotional safety. It is knowing who they can trust. It is knowing where they belong. It is knowing that tomorrow will not completely destroy what they worked so hard to protect today. This is why Taurus can become resistant to change. People may call them stubborn, but often, that stubbornness is really fear wearing armor. Taurus does not hold on because they are difficult. They hold on because letting go feels dangerous. They fear betrayal. They fear sudden endings. They fear giving their heart, time, loyalty, and energy to something that later disappears. And when Taurus loves someone, they love deeply. But their hidden fear is that one day, the person they trusted most will change without warning, and Taurus will be left trying to rebuild a world they thought was safe. Gemini is social, curious, clever, funny, and full of ideas. They can talk to almost anyone and adapt to almost any situation. People often think Gemini is lighthearted and emotionally detached. But Gemini's hidden fear is much deeper than most people realize: the fear of being truly alone, not physically alone. Gemini can handle solitude. Their real fear is mental and emotional isolation. The fear that no one truly understands their thoughts. The fear that people enjoy their personality but never see their deeper self. Gemini often hides this fear through humor, distraction, conversation, and constant movement. They may jump from topic to topic, person to person, or idea to idea, not because they are careless, but because stillness can make their loneliness louder. They fear being trapped inside their own mind with no one who can keep up, listen deeply, or understand the chaos behind their smile. Gemini may know many people, but their secret fear is that when they finally stop performing, stop entertaining, and stop explaining themselves, no one will stay long enough to understand who they really are. Cancer is one of the most emotionally sensitive signs of the zodiac. They love deeply, protect fiercely, and remember everything. Even the smallest emotional shift can be felt by Cancer before anyone says a word. But beneath their nurturing nature is a fear they rarely speak about, the fear of emotional abandonment. Cancer does not only fear being left physically. They fear being emotionally replaced, forgotten, ignored, or slowly pushed away. They fear loving someone more than they are loved in return. This is why Cancer can sometimes become protective, cautious, or moody. When they sense distance, their heart starts preparing for loss before loss has even happened. They may pull back, test the connection, or become silent, not because they do not care, but because they care too much. Cancer's deepest fear is giving their whole heart to someone who treats it like something ordinary. They want reassurance, but they may be afraid to ask for it. They want closeness, but they fear looking needy. And so they hide their fear behind care, loyalty, and emotional strength. But deep inside, Cancer is asking one silent question: will you still love me when I need you the most? Leo shines naturally. They carry confidence, warmth, creativity, and pride. People often assume Leo simply loves attention. But Leo's hidden fear is not just being ignored. It is the fear of being unimportant. Leo wants to matter. They want their love, effort, presence, and heart to be recognized. They want to feel chosen, valued, and remembered. When Leo gives love, they give it with generosity. But underneath their brightness is a quiet fear that one day, their light will not be enough. This fear can make Leo work harder to impress, entertain, lead, or appear strong. They may act confident even when they feel invisible inside. They may smile in public while secretly wondering if anyone truly notices their pain. Leo's pride often protects a sensitive heart. They fear being overlooked by the people they would have done anything for. They fear being replaced by someone who did less but received more love, and the most painful part: Leo may never admit how deeply rejection hurts them. They will stand tall, fix their crown, and act like nothing touched them, but behind that royal energy, Leo's secret fear whispers: what if I am not as special to them as they are to me? Virgo is practical, thoughtful, analytical, and detail-oriented. They notice what others miss. They improve, fix, organize, and support. But behind their calm intelligence is one of the heaviest hidden fears in the zodiac: the fear of not being enough. Virgo often holds themselves to impossible standards. They may seem composed on the outside, but inside, they are constantly reviewing their actions, words, choices, mistakes, and imperfections. They fear disappointing others. They fear being judged. They fear failing after trying so hard to do everything right. Virgo's mind can become a place where every small flaw feels magnified. This is why Virgo may overthink messages, replay conversations, or criticize themselves before anyone else gets the chance. They believe that if they can fix every weakness, prepare for every problem, and perfect every detail, they can avoid rejection. But the painful truth is, Virgo's fear is not really about failure. It is about love. They fear that if they are not useful, perfect, helpful, or responsible, people may stop valuing them. Deep down, Virgo does not need perfection. Virgo needs to know they are lovable even when they are messy, tired, uncertain, and human. Libra is charming, graceful, diplomatic, and deeply connected to relationships. They want harmony, fairness, beauty, and emotional balance. But Libra's hidden fear is powerful: the fear that conflict will lead to rejection. Libra often avoids confrontation not because they are weak, but because conflict feels like a threat to connection. They may soften their words, hide their disappointment, or agree when they actually disagree. They may keep the peace while quietly losing pieces of themselves. Libra fears being disliked. They fear disappointing people. They fear that if they show anger, sadness, jealousy, or frustration, the people they love may pull away. This is why Libra can sometimes struggle with decision-making. Every choice feels connected to someone's reaction. Every boundary feels like it might hurt someone. Every honest conversation feels risky, but Libra's secret fear is that if they stop being pleasant, lovable, calm, and easy to be around, they might be abandoned. What Libra rarely says out loud is this: they want someone who stays even when things are not perfect. Someone who loves them when they are not smiling. someone who chooses them even when the conversation gets uncomfortable. Scorpio is intense, mysterious, passionate, and emotionally powerful. They are known for depth, loyalty, and transformation. But Scorpio's hidden fear is one they guard fiercely, the fear of betrayal. Scorpio does not trust easily, because when they love with their entire soul. They do not want surface-level connections. They want truth, loyalty, emotional honesty, and complete devotion, but because Scorpio feels so deeply, betrayal does not simply hurt them. It changes them. This is why Scorpio watches patterns. They notice changes in tone, energy, behavior, and timing. They may test people, withdraw, or keep secrets, not because they want distance, but because they are trying to protect themselves from being wounded again. Scorpio fears being vulnerable with someone who later uses that vulnerability against them. They fear opening their heart and discovering that the person they trusted was never fully honest, and once Scorpio feels betrayed, forgiveness becomes complicated. Not because they enjoy holding pain, but because trust is sacred to them. Their secret fear is simple but intense: if I let you see the real me, will you destroy me with it? Sagittarius is adventurous, optimistic, honest, and freedom-loving. They chase meaning, truth, growth, and experience. But behind their bold spirit is a hidden fear they rarely explain, the fear of being trapped. Sagittarius does not only fear physical restriction. They fear emotional cages. They fear routines that kill their spirit, relationships that limit their growth, and expectations that force them to become someone they are not. When Sagittarius feels controlled, they may suddenly pull away. They may need space, silence, travel, or a change of environment. To others, this may look careless. But often, Sagittarius is trying to breathe again. Their fear is that life will become too small. That they will wake up one day and realize they chose comfort over truth. That they stayed too long in a place, job, relationship, or identity that no longer fits their soul. But Sagittarius also has another fear hidden beneath the first one, the fear that no one will love them and still let them be free. They want connection, but not possession. They want love, but not control. They want someone who walks beside them, not someone who closes the door behind them. Capricorn is disciplined, ambitious, responsible, and strong. They are often seen as the sign that can handle anything. But Capricorn's hidden fear is heavy, the fear of failure. Capricorn does not fear hard work. They are built for pressure. What they fear is giving everything they have and still falling short. They fear losing respect. They fear being seen as incapable. They fear disappointing the people who depend on them. This is why Capricorn may carry responsibilities silently. They often become the strong one, the reliable one, the one who does not break down. But inside, they may feel exhausted from constantly proving their worth. Capricorn's fear can make them delay rest, hide emotions, and measure their value through achievement. They may believe they must earn love through success, stability, or usefulness, but deep down, Capricorn wants permission to be human. They want to be loved even when they are not winning. They want someone to see the pressure behind their discipline and say, "You do not have to carry everything alone." Their secret fear is not just failure. It is failing after sacrificing so much to succeed. Aquarius is independent, original, intellectual, and visionary. They often think differently, live differently, and see the world from unusual angles. But their hidden fear is quiet and painful, the fear of being misunderstood. Aquarius is often labeled as detached or unemotional. But the truth is, Aquarius feels deeply, they just process emotions differently. They may not always express love in traditional ways, but that does not mean they do not care. Their fear is that people will judge them before understanding them. That their ideas will be dismissed. That their emotional style will be mistaken for coldness. That their uniqueness will become the reason people keep their distance. Aquarius may protect themselves by acting independent, even when they secretly want connection. They may pretend they do not need anyone, because needing people can feel risky when they already feel different. Deep inside, Aquarius wants someone who does not try to change them. Someone who listens to their strange thoughts, respects their silence, and understands their heart without forcing them into a box. Their secret fear is this: what if I am too different to be truly loved? Pisces is dreamy, intuitive, compassionate, and deeply emotional. They absorb energy like a sponge and often feel what others cannot express. But Pisces carries a secret fear that can overwhelm them, the fear of being emotionally destroyed. Pisces loves with softness, imagination, and spiritual depth. They often believe in people's potential, even when reality shows warning signs. They may forgive too much, hope too long, and feel too deeply. Their fear is that one day, their heart will give everything to someone who cannot protect it. That their kindness will be taken for granted. That their dreams will be shattered by someone who never understood how fragile their inner world really is. Pisces may escape into fantasy, music, silence, spirituality, or isolation when reality becomes too harsh. They do not always run because they are weak. Sometimes they run because the world feels too sharp for their soul. Their deepest fear is not sadness. Pisces knows sadness well. Their deepest fear is losing faith, in love, in people, in magic, and in themselves. What Pisces rarely says out loud is, I am scared that if I break one more time, I may not come back the same. Now here is the most interesting part. Every zodiac sign's secret fear is connected to the thing they value most. Aries values strength, so they fear weakness. Taurus values stability, so they fear loss. Gemini values connection of the mind, so they fear isolation. Cancer values emotional closeness, so they fear abandonment. Leo values recognition, so they fear being forgotten. Virgo values improvement, so they fear imperfection. Libra values harmony, so they fear rejection through conflict. Scorpio values trust, so they fear betrayal. Sagittarius values freedom, so they fear being trapped. Capricorn values achievement, so they fear failure. Aquarius values individuality, so they fear being misunderstood. Pisces values emotional depth, so they fear being broken. This is why our fears are not random. They are often shadows of our greatest gifts. The same thing that makes a sign powerful can also make them vulnerable. The same thing they protect most is usually the thing they are most afraid to lose, and maybe that is the real secret of astrology. It does not just show who we are when we shine. It also reveals what we hide when no one is watching. Your zodiac sign may reveal your secret fear, but it does not define your destiny. Fear is not proof that you are weak. Fear is proof that something inside you matters deeply. Aries, your softness does not erase your strength. Taurus, change does not mean everything will fall apart. Gemini, the right people will understand your mind. Cancer, you are worthy of love that does not disappear. Leo, your value is not dependent on applause. Virgo, you do not have to be perfect to be loved. Libra, honest conflict does not always mean rejection. Scorpio, trust can be rebuilt with the right people. Sagittarius, love does not have to be a cage. Capricorn, failure does not erase your worth. Aquarius, being different is not the same as being unlovable. Pisces, your sensitivity is not a curse, it is a gift that needs protection. So tell me in the comments, what is your zodiac sign, and did your secret fear feel accurate? If this video connected with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more deep zodiac secrets, astrology insights, and emotional truths about every sign. And remember, sometimes the fear you never talk about is the exact place where your greatest healing begins.